Very good morning, friends. Welcome back to the another video on the CASA lab. Okay, so today we are going to discuss some of the problems from your syllabus point of view, that is practical point of view. Okay, so let us begin with the problem. Okay, in problem they have given you a step bar. Okay, so what do you mean by step bar? If the diameter of the given element is not constant, okay, it is break into the two diameters, okay, forming a step, that is we call as a step bar. Okay, so area of the first section is given as a1, area of the second section they have given as a a2. Okay, even they have mentioned the value of a1 and a2. A compressive load of 1000 newton is acting at the third node or on the second element. Okay, Young's modulus. Young's modulus for the given material is given as 2 into 10 raised to 5, and it's a common for both the elements, element 1 and element 2. Okay, I will name this as element 1, this is element 2. Okay, so Young's modulus is remains same for the both the element, that is we can assume it as a isotropic element. Fine. Now as I told you, when we solve the problems on the ANSYS or CASA lab, our aim is to find out the value of the deformation, that is delta L, at every node, and along with that we have to find out the value of the stress induced in a given bar. Okay, so let us write down the given data as per the problem. So E, that is Young's modulus, is given as 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Gamma, that is the Poisson's ratio, is given as 0.3. A1, that is area of the first section, they are given as 40 mm square. Area of the second section they have given as 20 mm square. Okay, so let us start with the calculation of the deformation. Node 1 is fixed as it is shown in the problem. Node 1 is the fixed. That means that deformation at the first node is equal to 0. No need to calculate that. Now at node 2, okay, so this is the node 2. So at node 2, what is the formula for deformation? PL by AE. Okay, I can say P into L1 divided by A1 E1. Fine. So P is how much? P is the minus 1000. Why minus? Because it is the compressive load acting. Correct? L is how much? 20. This 20 mm. A1 area of the first section is how much? 40 mm square. Okay, and E1, that is the Young's modulus, it's 2 into 10 raised to 5. Okay, when you substitute all the parameters and when you calculate, you will get the value for the deformation at node 2 as minus 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, the minus sign indicates there is a decrease in the length of the element. Okay, at node 3, okay, similarly apply same formula PL divided by AE, but at this time you have to apply for the second element. Okay, so P is how much? Minus 100, as it is, sorry, P is minus 1000 Newton. L, okay, so P1, see at node 3 we have to add the deformation at node 2 and at deformation at node 3. Okay, so we have to write down the two separate formulas, okay, for node 2 and node 3. So for first P1 or P is minus 1000 into L1 is 20, A1 is 40, and E is of course 2 into 10 raised to 5. Plus for node 3, that is second element, P is, it remains same for the both the elements, minus 1000 into L2. L2 is 40 for the second element divided by A2. What is area of the second element? That is 20, and Young's modulus of course 2 into 10 raised to 5. When you solve the both the quantities, you will get the answer as minus 0.0125 mm. Okay, now also you have to calculate the value for the stress for the both the elements. Okay, so stress sigma equal to, or I can say sigma 1, or stress at node 1 equal to P divided by A1. Okay, so what is P? P is as usual, it's a minus 1000 divided by A1. So what is A1? Area for the first section, that is 40. So we'll get minus 25 Newton per mm square. Similarly, for element number 2, calculate sigma as P divided by A2, where A2 is the area of the second section. So minus 1000 divided by A2 is 20. So it is minus 50 Newton per mm square. Okay, so you have calculated deformation at the both the elements. Even we calculated stress at the both the element. Now you calculate the reactions. Okay, so write down the reaction equation. What is that? R1 plus R2 equal to 0. R1 plus R2 equal to 0. Fine. So R2 is how much? It is minus 1000. Minus 1000 equal to 0, or R1 equal to, you can shift this minus 1000 to that side, you will get plus 1000. Okay, so this is the solution, our analytical solution for this problem. I hope this is clear for you. Okay, we'll move to the next problem. Okay, a step bar is given here. Okay, a step bar is given, and a very important point is difference between our previous problem and this problem is, in this problem both the ends of the bar are fixed. Okay, unlike of the other problems where only one side is fixed. Okay, so you have to be careful while solving the analytical solution for this problem. Okay, so parameters which are given are, a1 is given, that is the area of cross section for first element. I will take this as a 1, this as 2, this is 2. Area of second section is also given, that is 600. E1, E2, that is Young's modulus for first section and Young's modulus for second section they have given. Gamma, that is Poisson's ratio, is 0.3 they have mentioned. Okay, fine. I will simplify this diagram by mentioning RA and RB. Okay, I have removed this support, that is fixed support, and instead of that I given a name as RA, that is reaction at point A. RB is the reaction at point B. P is the force which is acting at the node 2. Fine. So first thing we have to write down the equilibrium equation, that is RA plus RB is equals to 200 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, RA plus RB equal to 10 raised to 3. 20 into, sorry, 200 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, now deformation in section 1 equal to the deformation at section 2. Okay, you equate the deformation for the both the section. For that you have to write down the formula for the deformation, that is RA into L1, that is the length of the first element, A1 area of the first element, E1 Young's modulus for first element. Similarly, RB is the reaction force for the second element, L2 is the length of second element, A2 is the area of second element, and E2 is the, this is E1, this is E2 is the Young's modulus for the second element. Okay, now substitute values of L1, A1 and E. Okay, of course you don't have the values of RA and RB, so what we have to do is you have to write equation for one variable, equation for the one variable in terms of the other variable. So I get RA equal to 1.8667 into RB. Okay, let us give this as a equation number 2. Okay, now see, still we are not found out the value of RA and RB. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll substitute value of RA, that is this value of RA, in the equation number 1. Okay, so what we'll get, so RA is nothing but 1.866 7 times RB plus RB equal to 20 into 10 raised to 3. Or now we can add this, correct? Because both they having RB. So we can add this. You will get 2.8667 RB equal to 200 into 10 raised to 3. Or RB equal to this 69.767 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Now we got the value of RB. So you can find out very easily value of RA. Okay. Substitute here value of RB and get the value of RA. Fine. Now once you calculate value of RA and RB, next you have to calculate the deformation. Okay. Now as per the given in the problem, node 1 and node 3 both are fixed, correct? So we have to find out only the deformation at the node 2. Okay. So find out RA, that is reaction at A, L1, A1, E1. Okay. Even you can take here RB also. But when you take RB, you have to take L2, E2, E2. That's it. You will get the same answer. So RA is 130.23 into 10 raised to 3. L1 is 300. A1 is 2400. And E1, that is the Young's modulus as E1. Sorry. 70 into 10 raised to 3. So you will get a deformation at end 2 or node 2 as 0.2325 mm. Okay. Next, we calculated deformation. Now we have to calculate the stress at points or at elements 1 and 2. Okay. Now for element 1, RA equal to 130.23 into 10 raised to 3 divided by A1. Okay. It is 54.263. This is the positive. That's why here it is positive. It's the tensile stress. Whereas for element number 2, it's minus RB divided by E2. So we'll get 11 minus 116.28. This is a compressive in nature. Okay. I hope this problem is clear. If you have any doubt, you can comment on the video. We'll get back to it. Okay. Next problem we'll see analysis of plate with a hole. Okay. We have to find out the value of stress or that one mass stress for a plate with a hole. Now the plate is given here of the dimension 16 to 40. Okay. A load is applied of the 2000 Newton. A hole in the plate which is having the diameter of 10 mm. Okay. Along with that, you are given a data like E, that is Young's modulus as 210 GPa. Okay. So you have to convert this 210 GPa into Newton per mm square. That is very important. Thickness of the plate they have given as 1 mm. Poisson's ratio they are given as 0.3. And diameter of the circle, that is the hole, is given as 10 mm. Okay. Now solution. Now first step you have to calculate the pressure. Now what is the formula for pressure? Pressure is nothing but force by area. Okay. So force equal to 2000, which is given already. Wait a minute. Okay. Now this is the value of F. Force is 2000 divided by area. What is area? Area is equals to W into T, width into thickness. So width is how much? 40 mm. Thickness is 1 mm. So we will get 50 Newton per mm square. Okay. So nominal stress. Okay. So calculate nominal stress. Sigma nomin equal to F divided by W minus D into T. This is the formula to calculate nominal stress. F divided by W minus D, width minus diameter of the hole into the thickness of the plate. So what is F? F is nothing but 2000 Newton. W is 40 of course, minus D is the diameter of the hole, that is 10 mm, into T. You will get as 66.66 Newton per mm square. Okay, we have to calculate the von Mises stresses. Okay, so before calculating the von Mises stresses, it is required to find out the stress concentration in the element. Okay, so which is given by sigma max divided by sigma minimum. Okay, okay, now how to find out this k sigma? Okay, so k sigma is found out by formula d by w, that is diameter to the width of the plate. So diameter of the hole is 10, width is 40, so k sigma is equals to 0.2 k, sorry, 0.25. Okay, a form data handbook for 0.25. Okay, you have to refer the data design data handbook here. From that you will get a value of k sigma as 2.5 mm. Okay, next. Okay, so we got the value of k sigma. Fine, so k sigma equal to, that is stress concentration, equal to sigma max divided by sigma nominal. So we have to find out at the end, we have to find out the sigma max, the maximum stress, or this is von Mises stress, as k sigma is 2.5 into sigma nominal. This value we already found out, that is 66.66. Okay, so multiply both the values, you will get the sigma max as 1636.66 Newton per mm square. Okay, I hope it is clear. Thank you.